Welcome back to AM Live. I'm here with the handsome Tony Spinetta. How are you today?
I'm doing well.
Wonderful. We were talking TV and radio because you have been both in TV and radio.
I've dabbled a bit in TV and quite a bit in radio.
That's wonderful. Someday I want you to come back. We're going to talk all about that. But today we're going to talk about your fundraising in the upcountry, in the elementary schools, and that takes in Pioneer and Pine Groovy up there, right?
This year we're working with Pioneer and Pine Grove Elementary School.
Great.
And we have the fundraiser is ongoing right now. The kids are reading and filing book reports. We pay a bounty for each one of those.
Great.
And it gets the entire school, including, now, the books the faculty read don't go toward the count for the fundraiser.
Okay.
But the faculty reads on their all-read days.
Well, shouldn't they?
Absolutely,
Yeah.
they should.
You betcha.
Well, that's really the most important part of getting the adults and getting the word to the community. We want the kids to see that everyone reads, both for fun and even reading something like a manual for how to assemble something. Or we want kids to see that adults...
Well, it makes them think.
Precisely.
It makes them
makes you think, and it makes them see that reading isn't just something that your teachers assign to you for homework. Makes them see that reading's fun, and that reading helps them self-direct their education.
Yeah, absolutely. And what I think is is so much fun for the kids is that once they get into the first chapter, you know how some books, Tony, one page and you're hooked. You know
Yes.
this is going to be a good book, but a series of them. And they are just so much fun to read, and they escape.
Yes.
You know, they escape and they get into this, and the imagination, especially for the little kids.
For the little kids, it's a great exercise
Absolutely.
in imagination, and it gets those gears turning. It shows the kids that they can create theater of the mind.
Right. Not only that, it teaches them too that they can accomplish anything that they want to by studying and reading and stop and think and imagine putting themselves in these kids' shoes, especially some of the stuff in the space program
Yes.
and government and stuff, because it's really good for young ones to learn about this at an early age.
It is. It absolutely. And if you can start the reading habit young, they will follow through the rest of their lives.
You bet.
They
Well,
will learn that reading's the first step to
I
almost
think
everything.
kids really got back into reading with the Harry Potter series.
Absolutely.
They just brought, she just did a great job. She just brought everybody back into reading. And it's not 2 or 3 pages. It kept kids going, and they couldn't wait to get their homework done, to do their chores, whatever, and to read. And that's what's really important for children. Like I said, it opens the mind, and it gives them a chance to play.
Yes.
You know, play with that character and to do things with that character. But I think that this is great. And you pay these children, you pay, not the children per se, but you pay for when they read, and it gives money to their library.
The funds go directly to purchasing books for the elementary school libraries. This year, our estimates are that both Pioneer and Pine Grove, each school, a total of about 1,500 books will be read.
Wow.
And each school will raise in the vicinity of $8,000 to purchase new books for their library.
Great.
And keep in mind, there's always some kid or some classroom that surprises the heck out of you with how much they read.
Right.
And it's not going to surprise me much if there's some kid who pushes one of those numbers really over the top.
Well, I think what's great about that is that then you've got the little, we're going to beat them.
Yes.
We're going to beat them. We're going to do that, and we're going to get them, and we're going to show them that we can do this. And and plus you test them after, right? They have to write a little essay on what
they have to write a little report, and the report, now the books and the reports are age appropriate. The kids in the lower grades, you know, it's what we all remember doing. Remember the paper with the 3 lines and up top you draw a picture?
Sure.
Yes. The kids in the lower grades do something like that. And then as you move up, there's a form that one of the teachers found where they ask questions about the book, and you write out your answers, you write out your thoughts about the books.
What a great idea.
And so everything is very age appropriate, but the kids really are held to it. You know, there's an academic component to this.
Right. And that's another thing, because then it shows you how much that they're retaining about the story, and if they did in fact do that. But I really think that it's exciting. Now, if people have books at home that are age appropriate for children from the ages of, you know, first through let's say 6th grade, can they donate them to the school?
You know what? I would imagine that the schools are taking things like that. You should talk to the school principals.
Okay.
I know that the Amador County Library also has a program where they take in books, but please do think about your own community first. Go down to either your public library or to the elementary
Right.
school library in your town, and they do accept donations, even of audiovisual materials.
Right, which I was going to say is very important, because now the book's on tape.
It's books on tape. There's
They're
also,
great.
and for the kids that are in, you know, 6th, 7th, 8th grade, who are writing more complicated reports than you and I wrote,
Oh, absolutely.
and those, there's now, the digital age has made documentaries and other educational materials so much more available than when they were on films.
Sure.
And AV equipment is becoming more and more important, but nothing replaces that tangible book in the hands
Absolutely.
that you can read under the covers. You know, you
Yeah.
can't get away with having your bright iPod under the covers.
no.
Mom and Dad are going to find that.
You better believe it. And it's, to me, it's just so important for kids to read, to learn to read at an early age, because, you know, obviously they're going to be doing that through their school life there in elementary, junior high, high school, and college. But it's just so important to start them out early. My two, when Sesame Street came out, I mean, they were glued. They wanted to learn. And my little one, she was reading like at 3. She did so well because she was learning all of this that you see. But everything is in steps. But by gosh, if you give them the challenge like this at an early age, this just does wonders for them.
Especially because and when we do these events, the parent-teacher organizations and the faculty all pitch in together with this. At Pine Grove Elementary School, they chose a theme this year of reading knocks your socks off or something. And so each time that a kid completes a book report at Pine Grove, he gets to hang a sock up on the wall
How
of the
cute.
multi-purpose room.
Oh, how cute is that?
And over in Pioneer, they had an event, I think they called it Pajama Day, where the kids showed up in their pajamas,
right.
and everybody spent the better part of the day reading.
See, I think that's great.
Yeah.
Throw them on the floor with their jammies on and let them read. I think
them
it's the best thing. You know, it makes no difference what they read. It's their reading and their learning, and I think that is very, very important to kids. And thank you so much for doing this for these children. I
welcome,
think it's
Mrs.
great.
Stein.
It's great that the community gets involved, and they're all we have. If we don't take care of them, who is?
Exactly. And really, anyone who is in these two communities, talk with the young people you know about what they're reading. Share with them what you are reading as an adult, and it's going to make it even more relevant to these kids. Motivate them to read more books. That'll help them raise more money for their school library.
You got to come back and let us know when it's all over with, how everything went.
We will share that with you.
Give her a buzz and tell her
will.
you want to come back. I think it'd be so much fun
I will do
to
that.
find out how everything went. And I think these programs should be in every school. I think it's very, very important. Tony, thank you so much for
You're
everything
welcome.
that you do. With that, we're going to go over to Cam and our next. I think he's going to be waiting for me, isn't he?
No.
Oh, he's got a guest?
Yes.
Wonderful. So we're going to go to Cam and our next guest.